Welcome back, WillowTree parents. Today we're going to continue talking about growth mindset. I'm going to help you with this quick tip about how to help your kids overcome the struggles of learning a new skill. And so whether they're learning to play an instrument, learn to skate, or to maybe consolidate their math skills, this quick tip is amazing. And so before I tell you about the quick tip, I'm going to read you a quote from Earl Nightingale. And so what he said is, "We become what we think about most of the time." And so it comes down to your thought process and your level of belief that you can do something. And so if you believe that you can learn to play the violin, you will continue to practice and you'll be persistent because your core belief is that you can learn anything. And so when you do believe it, it comes into reality. And so something that as a parent that I have learned through my experience is that first of all, my children have learned to play two instruments. So the first instrument was the piano and the second one was the cello. And with both, it was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge. The initial steps to learning those instruments were challenging, especially the cello. And so when my oldest was learning to play the piano, I remember his teacher telling him to avoid using the word hard and to replace it with the word unfamiliar. So learning to play the piano at this time is unfamiliar. Instead of saying it's hard, because when you use the word hard, you're telling your brain, you're basically putting a big stop sign in your brain and basically blocking your ability to learn and to spring forward and to persevere. But as soon as you use the word, it's just unfamiliar. And so with practice, your brain gets familiar with it. Your fingers it's muscle memory. And with the word unfamiliar, you understand that I can learn this. It's just a question of time and it's just a question of practice. All right, so that's my quick tip of the day. It has been this switch in language has made a huge difference. When it came to learning the cello, I reminded my oldest son, remember when you were learning the piano. Remember, because at one point at the very beginning when he was learning to play the cello, he was very discouraged because he couldn't believe how difficult it was to get his both hands and fingers and eyes all coordinating at the same time to produce the sounds that he wanted. And so I reminded him, remember, this isn't hard, this is unfamiliar. And with consistent practice, you will become good at this. And it really made a difference. He was like, you're right. I remember when I was playing the piano and it was hard. So that's a quick tip for you, and I look forward to hearing about your use of the word unfamiliar, the term unfamiliar, and how that can change somebody's perspective and turn a situation that's more difficult into a situation of perseverance and understanding that it just takes practice and then we will get there. All right, so like the video if this has been helpful, and leave a comment to let me know if what you think of this strategy. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. My WillowTree parents, have an awesome day.